Hi guys, so today Paul Manafort was arrested. As you know, everybody knows by now. And it's a good thing, obviously, right? And I am thinking, it's funny, I have these commitments, but I was like, of course, as you know, I have a bit of an addiction. So I was like, I need to do a reading. So here I am. And some people had a question. To me, it seems very obvious it's not going to happen. But it's about whether Trump can pardon Manafort. And many people have, I've seen on the news, people were arguing, lawyers and such, that you can't pardon someone that is a co-conspirator, right? How you say it. So it's like you can pardon someone who committed unrelated crimes, but if you committed a crime with someone, right, you can't just go ahead and pardon them. That's too much. I would think that's obstruction of justice. But I think this would be an interesting question, pretty quick question. Would Trump, because we can ask about Manafort, but I think the basic question that could be kind of like a little broader is whether Trump will be able to pardon anyone involved in the Russia investigation. Okay, because so far we've seen his pardon all kinds of people that are not related to this. Okay, and that he supposedly has a huge list of people he wants to pardon, is to make pardons sort of normal. Okay, so let's see. Will Trump be able to pardon anyone related to involved in the Mueller investigation? I don't think he will, but we'll see. Okay, so will Trump be able to pardon anyone involved in the Mueller investigation? Will Trump be able to pardon anyone involved in the Mueller investigation? Oh wow, look, scary. This is getting what you want, money, and abuse of power. Emperor upside down. Sometimes this card does mean Putin, but I think it would probably strongly signify abuse of power, just as the emperor, right? It's like the corrupt emperor. Will Trump be able to pardon anyone involved in the Mueller investigation? I'm just going to do the cards and then talk about it, guys. Okay, so will Trump be able to pardon anyone involved in the Mueller investigation? Okay. It's funny, I'm not talking now just because I want to. I feel like in some ways the cards were a little bit vague initially, so I wanted to see what they said in order to understand really a little bit better what they're saying here. Okay, I get a sense, guys, that okay. Okay, 1 second. I think something's going to happen to him before he gets to pardon anyone. Okay, just because I'm just going to tell you what the cards say. Okay, so essentially here we have getting what you want, is the wish fulfillment card, money, and abuse of power. Stuff behind the scenes hidden. I think this is a card of love. Okay, there could be. I still think, guys, this would say hidden stuff related to romance is going to be exposed. So I think it's the stuff that everybody's talking about. Everybody, I guess, tarot or psychic, or whatever, everyone seems to see this too. Something massive is going to come out, and this is something that happened a long time, and as well as how he made his money, and then how the like getting what he wants meant that hidden, right? So the clouds and the long way together, meaning a long time ago, for a long time behind the scenes, he was connected to enemies, okay? And that for money, there's a connection here between money and probably sex, and that's part of like how the money, there's something related to money there. And this is a card of a in a way it's a servant, right? So it's almost like the fact that this would tell me that because of this connection to money, from money and sex, he did what the enemy wanted, right? Because here we have this, right? So this is the enemy, and this is a person who is the servant of the enemy, literally, okay? And then here we have abuse of power, exposure of this abuse of power. Blue wave, I think in this case, is the actual blue wave, and the exposure of the deal. Okay, so the deal was that he was a servant of the enemy, and this is the deal. So there, when the blue wave comes, there's the exposure, and there's abuse. This abuse of power is exposed. So all of this to say, guys, that I think several things. In order for him to pardon someone, they have to be found guilty. Okay, and I think obviously Mueller is not dumb. So in the case of Manafort, I don't think he will let him plead guilty unless he gives them so much evidence. Okay, so by the time, if this were to happen, that's what I'm getting. It's not going to happen because there's a lot of exposure of all these secrets, that he works for the enemy, there's a deal there, and so forth. So he's not going to be able to do that. That's the answer. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I'm just gonna quick for one position for cards, just to ask about Manafort, because since this was the question about the pardons, Manafort lady, this would mean, I think, Russia. Let's see here what we have. The plans upside down, losing money, short, let's see, can't do anything about it. Yeah, so no, I don't think he pardons Manafort. Okay, so that's the answer. I don't need to go more into, there's no need for more, right? I think this is very clear. I don't need to know more. See anything else here? Anything? Yeah, it's almost like I have a sense, guys, and I'm like seeing that I see Trump. Close my eyes. What else? Any more information about this? It's almost showing that he's in a movie set of being a president, and then like this, he's not there anymore. Everything is removed from him. Okay, so it will feel like a dream. The time that he was president, like quickly like this, he was like had all this power, then he's removed. I don't think removed in the sense of like that he's actually truly removed from presidency, but I think he's gonna, he's doing this thing while he's still in this movie set, but he's gonna leave the movie set, and it's gone once he. So, and that is all theater, right? If we think about it, essentially, also this message is about it being theater. So, like I said, I think we have the answer. The answer is no. So I'm gonna stop here. I don't need to make a long video about this. Okay, bye.